With 2026 officially underway, I thought it would be a fun idea to try to guess who I think is going to have a breakout 2026 in the WWE. So, how this video is going to work is I have picked four WWE main roster superstars, two from the men's side, two from the women's side. And I'm going to give my thoughts as to why I truly believe that these four are going to have breakout years in the WWE. Real quickly, before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you're a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So the person that we are going to start off by talking about is Dominic Mysterio. And this one may be a little bit of a head scratcher for you, but I genuinely believe that this will be a big year for Dominic Mysterio. Obviously, he had a really good 2025, and I think this year is the year that we finally see him take that next big step into being a true main eventer. He has done some fantastic work with the IC title, going toe-to-toe with John Cena to kind of close out what was a very good 2025 for him. I think all the signs are pointing to him being a true main event player for the WWE in 2026. Now, obviously, to get there, he's got to get healthy first. So, obviously, the injury does kind of play into it, and it does kind of come at a very bad time. But not only did he do a fantastic job at carrying the IC title, but he also did really good work with AAA, where he was in the main event scene. And I truly believe that that was WWE kind of testing the waters with Dom to see if he could be a main eventer. And with Dom working with AAA being such a big success, I think it's only a matter of time before he truly gets into the main event scene in the WWE. And I think a perfect way to do that is by having him win either the Royal Rumble, which I don't necessarily see, Elimination Chamber, possibly, but I think we could really see it start picking up around Money in the Bank. I think Dom would be a fantastic Money in the Bank winner. Obviously, we've seen what he's capable of doing with things like carrying the IC title, like carrying the AAA championship. I think that would be a fantastic choice for WWE to go down. Because at that point, you could really start getting him into the main event scene. Shifting over to the women's side of things real quick, where I have Ivy Nile, actually. I think Ivy Nile could very well have a very good breakout year in 2026. 2025 was kind of a weird year for her, but when she aligned herself with Chad Gable and the Creeds, it started working, it started clicking. And when they used her throughout the course of 2025, it worked. She looked really good. And even at the end of 2025 and early on here in 2026, we're seeing her in the women's IC title picture. So I'm not going to sit here and say that by the end of 2026, Ivy Nile will be a true main eventer in the women's division. I don't think she will be, but I think she will take a gigantic step. And I think that gigantic step is her having that one big feud that kind of cements her. She really hasn't had that one true big feud. The first thing that pops into my head is something similar to what we saw between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch, where before that feud, Lyra was popular, but that really truly cemented her on the main roster. I think Ivy Nile needs something like that. Now, what that could look like, I don't really know. Maybe it ends up being a feud with Becky Lynch, considering she has the IC title again. So I'm genuinely curious to see what they can do with Ivy Nile in 2026. I thought she had a very good 2025 when she was used, and I think that they can kind of build off of that into having a really strong 2026. Shifting back over to the men's, I have Carmelo Hayes. I think Carmelo Hayes is going to have a fantastic 2026. Obviously, he's doing fantastic work carrying on the legacy of the United States Championship Open Challenge. So far, what we have gotten out of that has all been really good. And I think you're going to start seeing WWE giving Carmelo Hayes a little bit of a push here. Because now I truly think that they know what they've got with Carmelo Hayes on the main roster. When he was down with NXT still, people who watched NXT on a regular basis, they knew both sides of the coin with Carmelo Hayes. They knew what he was like as a heel, they knew what he was like as a babyface. So when he got called up to the main roster and was immediately presented as a heel and eventually was paired up with The Miz, people just kind of went along with it because, again, people who don't watch NXT every week, they don't know how good Carmelo Hayes truly is and truly can be. And look, Carmelo Hayes is a very, very good heel, but I think he is a better babyface on the main roster. And I don't think it's much of a coincidence at all seeing Carmelo Hayes coming back as a babyface and almost immediately getting the United States Championship. So now that I think WWE knows what they have in Carmelo Hayes, and I think they see that a babyface Carmelo Hayes works better on the main roster, I think he's going to have a monster year. And last but not least, shifting back over to the women's side, I have Raquel Rodriguez. And this comes at a perfect time because just last night on Monday Night Raw, we saw Stephanie Valkyrie walking around still carrying the Women's World Championship, but walking around with a boot. So clearly, Stephanie Valkyrie is injured, and the promo that they did on Monday Night Raw with Steph made it look like she was going to be okay, and then Raquel Rodriguez came in and took her out. Now, it is still not confirmed whether or not Stephanie Valkyrie is going to vacate the championship or not, but if she does, I think Raquel Rodriguez would make an excellent champion. She had a fantastic end to 2025. The past couple months, she has been one of the most improved workers that we have seen in quite some time. She was always good in the ring, but again, these past couple months, she has been so unbelievably good. So I think WWE may want to capitalize on Raquel Rodriguez having the last couple months be super, super strong for her. Giving her a championship would be a huge opportunity for her. And look, we've seen people from the Judgment Day eventually move on from the Judgment Day and become bigger stars. Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, to name a few. I think eventually you're going to see the same for Dominic Mysterio, and I do think Raquel Rodriguez is very, very likely to be on that list as well. So if she can continue the incredible work that she's been doing, I think she could be in for a fantastic 2026. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Who do you think is going to have a breakout year in 2026? And also let me know what you think about my picks. Do you agree with them? Do you not agree with them? Let me know why you agree or disagree. And while you're down in the comments, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in the description for a reason, and that is because it will take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel. I am most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. And if you do want some extra content, we are also over on Instagram and TikTok. Over on those two platforms, we do clips from these videos, as well as it's just another place for me to post when I upload a video on here to YouTube. So if you do want some extra content, again, the Linktree link is down in the description. It'll take you to wherever you want to go. With all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Again, both are free, both really help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here because it genuinely means the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.